Okay, so hey guys, Matt, coach of the London Luxray, bringing you my week 3 battle, or team builder, sorry, against the Ailsa Cutieflies. Um, yeah, yeah. So I kind of just recorded this video. It was probably like 20 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how long I've been sitting here, but I realized I turned the mic part off, which means that it had no mic, no volume. So I'm just gonna kind of recap what I was saying in that video. Um, yeah, so I'm basically repeating myself because I'm an idiot. That's simple. Um, just wanted to go into like last week's video about the battle versus the Waterloo Weavile. Um, what happened was, well, I mean, like, it was kind of my fault. A lot of my fault. I didn't expect, uh, even though I look at every single Pokemon I have to try to counter their threats, I only try to counter their top threats. I forget that they're also looking at my team and trying to figure out what works. So like I was reading through Kyle's word thing he made, and I mean it was great, but it allowed me to realize how people are thinking about my team. And looking at my team right here, you got some very very big threats. That's why I picked them. But how I decided that I'd do this team builder was to look at my team, not his team, and see what on week 2, what Pokemon would make the most sense for him to bring to face my team. He said he was going to bring Mega Aggron, then switched it to Mega Diancie. Once the the free agency came in, and he realized that I was picked up Garchomp. So I'm expecting Mega Diancie to be in there. Just because it does do a lot of damage. It hits Garchomp, hits Keldeo. It doesn't hit Scizor, even if it had Hidden Power Fire, doing like 80% to Scizor, which I can kill in at least one bullet punch, if not two. So I'm pretty sure, like, now I'm looking at his team, I'm trying to figure out what's he going to bring to counter my things. I have shown Rhydon in both games, so I mean, I expect him to expect to see it. I do like Rhydon. It does do a bit of work, as you'll see when I talk. But mainly I'm trying to pick off what's a huge threat on his team. What do I need to do to face it? And I'm looking at all of them. I'm not making that mistake. Like, Kyle had a Gastrodon, which if I had run Hidden Power Grass on my Jolteon, realizing that, oh yeah, he's got a ground water type. That's something I should have thought of. I could have easily countered it. And then again with Absol, I was using Scizor as my check to his Weavile and his Sylveon, but he didn't bring Weavile because I assumed it was Kyle. So I mean, like, Kyle brings Weavile, Kyle brings Thundurus, he brings his Pokemon that he likes. But he outplayed me. He out-team built me, and then through that outplayed me. So I'm not gonna let that happen again. I'm 1-1 right now, and I'm gonna make sure this week against the undefeated player I'm going 2-1. And doing so, my first pick for my team, the guy I just picked up, so he's probably expecting to see Garchomp because I picked him up. I really picked him up because in my draft, my top 3 Pokemon were Scizor, then Keldeo or Manaphy, but I thought Keldeo is really cool, so I picked Keldeo. And then my third pick would have been Tyranitar, Landorus T, or Garchomp. My backups were Hippowdon and Tornadus T. Luckily, Garchomp became available this week, so I snatched it while I could. The Scarf, like, if he brings a Scarf to Kyurem, basically what this Garchomp's meant to do is, if he kills something with Diancie, if he kills something with Kyurem, this guy comes in. Nothing about it. It outspeeds the Scarf Kyurem, outspeeds Diancie Mega. Iron Head and Outrage both kill the opposing things. I may use Dragon Claw or an Iron Head if he still has Diancie living, or even a Dragon Claw if he's Aggron living, because I don't want him to set up with his Aggron because my Outrage was not very effective. And then again, I don't want to, like, if he has just, I don't want to lose Garchomp is what I'm saying. As long as Kyurem's on the field and he has no switch in, I don't want to lose Garchomp, because like some of his Pokemon, if I click outrage, it's because everything on that means Kieran's full health, which means I did something wrong, and it means that he has um he has a lot of threats still. No, okay, let me rephrase that. I want outrage to pick something off, and at least in 2 hits. So I mean, I don't see the only things on his team that can withstand an outrage are probably aggron. So like if something like that's still alive, I don't want to go outrage and outrage, have it still be alive, and then it throws off like an ice beam and kills me, because now I just lost my Kieran check. So I'll probably run Dragonclaw. That gives me the option to switch out. Doesn't lock me into a move. It locks me into Dragonclaw, but I mean it doesn't lock me into going for it again. So yeah, that's basically why I'm bringing Garchomp. That, and it counters any fire moves he wants to go to. But I mean, probably would have done well with this last week. I wish I had it last week, but I mean, you know what happens. Could have done better against Scizor. I mean, not Scizor. Charizard could have done better against Sceptile with an outrage, but you know, can't think of it last week. Gotta think of it next week. But that's basically why I'm bringing Garchomp. Keldeo, I'm bringing that. I was debating what set to run. Keldeo hits a lot of things hard. It hits Aggron, hits Snorlax, it hits Kyurem, kinda. It hits Diancie, kinda. And I can switch it into something that I don't think will kill me. Say he's got Aggron. I'm faster than Aggron. I can go to check Aggron, hit the sub, maybe against a Alomomola too. Alomomola, it takes like 2 or 3 hits to break my sub, so I mean, I can Calm Mind up on that, which means it's good for me. So, and if I'm under a sub, it means I can check DNC, because it's gonna hit me, break my sub. So what? But I mean, I'll be able to kill it back. So I mean, the only things I see living are a Scarfed Kyurem Black, cause I have it at 311, which means Kyurem maxes out at like 309 or 310. So a Scarfed Kyurem can check a subbed Rudolph, and Galvantula can sub it. I mean, do well against it. But not much can, and especially if he goes for like a toxic move, or he goes for like some weird moves like that. Perfect. It hits everything hard. I mean, like, it's just all around a good option against his team. Minus Galvantula, minus Manaphy. And then again, looking at his team, I realized, first of all, Sean wanted Reuniclus, so I knew he knows how good it is. I know he knows how good it is, which means I know he's preparing well for it, which means I'm going to pull a fast one on him and just not bring it. The reasons for this is because although Reuniclus is bulky, Manaphy with a Shadow Ball, if it tail glows up, kill it. I can't counter it anymore. Even with my Energy Ball, I can do 50% with one, but I mean, like, it tail glows and then it hits me with a Shadow Ball and it almost kills me. I think it's a roll to kill me, but I mean, it can kill me. Galvantula, he'll probably run an offensive Galvantula, maybe Sticky Web, which is why I have Scissor, but I'll get into that. Then again, electric moves are huge. Like Tentacruel I have on my team, Keldeo I have on my team, and I have a lot of Psychic types. Where's my notes? Sticky notes. Like, it's good against, like, Galvantula's good against Mesprit, Reuniclus, Tentacruel. If it's running Hidden Power Ice, good against Garchomp, good against Keldeo. If it's Fire, it's running Hidden Power Fire, it's good against Scissor. So I'm expecting to see Galvantula. But that's why where was I? Okay, I was just talking about counters to Keldeo, I think. But yeah, that's why I have some other guys on my team to counter Galvantula. But I mean, like, Keldeo counters hits hard against a lot of his team. Spooks, third Pokemon, decides to run an Amistar. I mean, I can counter an Amistar pretty well, I think. Maybe not an Ice Beam variant Shell Smash, but I mean, hopefully, I think I can take one. If not, I can protect and then just Seed Bomb it. But it's mainly, it counters Alomomola, counters Manaphy. Again, it's probably running Shadow Ball. They're probably running some sort of anti-Reuniclus check, like knockoff maybe on the Lamamola, but at least I can like Willow, suspecting Kyurem, Leech Seed. I might go for Leech Seed first, then Willow. So I can do a lot of like tricky stuff. I can also frisk the item and see what he's going with, allowing me to figure out what kind of heat he's bringing. Main check to Galvantula right here. A dual dance Rhino, Rhydon. Rhino. I'm tired. I've already done this before. I literally made this video and then realized I left the volume off. I'm an idiot. So I was kind of quickly going through what I was already talking about. Fun, right? But I have enough speed right now, 187, that if I dual dance or rock polish, I outspeed Galvantula, and a uninvested rock blast against the rock blast that's without Swords Dance against his uninvested Galvantula in health defense has a roll to kill it on 2, which means it auto kills it on 3. So I mean, like, and it breaks the sash, which is a big part. Like, if he switches in Duck Trio, I'm breaking that sash, like, it's gone. If I get a lucky roll, hopefully I do a lot of damage, but I mean, it hits a lot of things hard. Again, Manaphy, not really good against it. It's not really good against Manaphy, but if I have a dual dance, like I get a rock polish off, I can hit with an Earthquake and take a lot of health from it. Which is something I need to work on. I need to work on weakening a lot of his things to prevent him from switching into stuff. Like, I don't want him switching in Manaphy to Rudolph a lot. I don't want him to switch in Alamamola to stuff like that. Like, I need to make sure that I can hit stuff hard. I mean, I can weaken it to a low enough level, especially since I'm not really bringing rocks. The reason is because he's got DNC Mega. It's, if you don't know, it's Mega's Magic Bounce, so if I cast rocks at it, he just sends them back. Second, Sticky Webs. My main thing getting rid of the Sticky Webs is a defog. So I don't want to set up spikes. I don't want to set up stealth rocks and then realize I need to get these webs out. I lose my rocks. But hopefully I rock polish on his if I rock polish on his Galvantula turn 1. If he brings Galvantula, I think I'm leading this. Because I think I don't know. He said he's bringing a lot of heat, so I don't know what he's gonna do. But yeah, like I'm hoping, throw a rock polish off. I'll be faster than everything but DNC, I think. So I can hit a lot of things hard. Actually, no, I'll be faster than DNC if it's a turn 1, because he has to Mega still. And then hopefully, I might not be faster than a Scarfed Kyurem, but I mean, nah. Then I got my main defogger, my main, it's gonna take some hits if I'm in a pinch. Like really, I don't mind it getting burnt, but I mean it's more for the knockoff and the defog, and I can roost up and make sure I can take some of his hits, because I'm pretty sure unless Kyurem and DNC, their main way to hit this is, I think not even Earth Power, it's neutral, but it's Hidden Power Fire, and Hidden Power Fire is gonna do 80 max, and I don't think Hidden Power Fire has the chance to burn. So if he goes for that, I'm still alive and I can throw off a Bullet Punch. So I can throw up 2 if he switches out, because I don't expect him staying in. And that's mainly it. It's mainly like a pivot kind of thing. It's a good check to a lot of things on his team. Again, Galvantula's shits on it, because I don't really have a super effective move for Galvantula, and it can run Hidden Power Fire. Even it can set up with Sticky Webs. It can do a lot of stuff. But I think Galvantula eventually, I mean, I think I'd win that battle, just because I have Roost and it doesn't. But I mean, who knows? Then I got the Boomstick. Yeah. Mainly couldn't find a 6th spot. Looking at my team, a lot of it was Psychic, and I figured if he's preparing for Reuniclus, he's preparing for Psychic type. A lot of things I didn't want to bring. He's probably preparing for Keldeo too, so he's bringing a lot of Electric. Didn't want to bring Tentacruel. Make me have 2 water weaknesses and then have to rely on Rhydon to counter Galvantula. Even though Galvantula isn't the biggest thing to worry about, because if I break its sash, even Garchomp checks it. I mean, Garchomp probably checks it both ways. But, yeah, so I can basically, you know, hit stuff hard. Between Focus Blast and Boom Burst, I hit a lot of things. If I'm not sure what to do, I might just hit Surf. No, I think I'd always go. The only thing that doesn't resist Boom Burst, only thing that resists Boom Burst is DNC and Aggron. But I'm pretty sure even DNC isn't going to enjoy 2 Boom Bursts. And then the Hyper Voice is there, even though it's like dual stab. But and it's only 1 stab type, so I mean I'm 2 of the same moves. But it allows me to break through a sub without having to break through a sub, because Hyper Voice avoids it. It goes around it. So if he throws in like a sub Combine Manaphy or whatever or something like that, or a Kyurem, like boom, like I don't care about your sub, just, you know, get wrecked, dude. But yeah, like it's gonna be an interesting battle. I've had 2 good battles so far, but I don't know. This is like, I feel my team's good. I think I've been spending a lot of time thinking about it, but in the end, it's gonna come down to what does Sean consider heat, and what does he bring, because I've been playing really careful throughout the league. I could have probably swept Kyle with the Reuniclus in the beginning, but I was playing too careful and worrying about the Thunder Wave. And I mean, like, I should have not cared about that, because a Shadow Ball would have done a lot of damage to it, especially since it taunted. Probably would have killed it too. Like, I'm an idiot. But it's just, yeah, I need to start playing more aggressive and making moves and playing as if I was just playing on a showdown ladder. But yeah, so that's gonna be at the end of this video. Second try. Let's hope I recorded it right, or else I'll have to be redoing this again. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at the game, and let's hope we go 2-1, break Sean's record, or his undefeated record.